You're turning your dissertation into articles. You're going to need a plan to make it happen, and you're going to learn how to do that right now. Hi everybody, I'm Leigh from teachingacademia.com, and I'm all about giving you the tools you need to navigate academia and make your best impact. Today we're talking about how you create a successful plan to take that dissertation and turn it into a series of articles, all right? So the first thing that you want to do is map out the articles that you want to write, okay? So this can be something, I talked in a previous video about how you might want to do a comprehensive literature review or methodological literature review in addition to articles that answer your research questions. Once you've made that decision, okay, and I would have a notebook where I literally wrote out, here are the articles that I'm going to do. And it doesn't need to be long. It could be a sentence per article, right? An article about X, an article about Y. It could be as much as a paragraph where you describe each article that you plan to write. Doesn't need to be more than that, okay? Just something short, focused, so that you know what it is that you're going to be writing. And I would sketch out all of those, okay? What are my 3, 4, 5 articles off of this dissertation going to be about? That's where I would start. Now, next, you're going to set up a tentative timeline in terms of how you're going to get these written and how you're going to get them out, when you're going to get them out, when your deadline is going to be. And that timeline needs to fit with your job expectations and what it takes to get tenure where you're at. So, for example, when I started off, I was at a Research 1, right? Very intensive university. We really had to get 3 publications a year in predominantly top tier journals in order to get tenure. So once I understood that expectation, what I ended up doing was saying, okay, every semester and even in the summer, all right, that was just the reality of my life, and this is how I chose to structure it. I need to write 1 article and have it out the door, which means that by the end of December, beginning of January, article number 1 out the door. By, May, right, by the time graduation rolls around, another article out the door before the semester starts up again. In the fall, sometime over that summer, another article out the door, okay? Now, it's not quite as clean as that, obviously, because once these articles get out the door, they're going to start coming back, right? They're either going to come back as rejected or revise and resubmit, and you're going to have to make a plan for how you're going to manage and juggle that. But the point here is know what you're going to write, know what each article is going to be about, have a tentative timeline mapped out that's reasonable for your job expectations for where you work, okay? So it might look the same as what I described earlier. It might be completely different. You might be fine doing 1 article over the course of the academic year because you have a higher teaching load, right? That's great. Just know that and get that ball rolling, okay? Obviously, if you have done a non-traditional dissertation, so for example, my dissertation was a collection of 3 articles. There were some other pieces that were a part of it, but I did have 3 articles. That made this process go a lot faster, because what happened is when I hit the fall semester, I had taken a break, right? Because I really, really think that after you finish your dissertation, you need a few months off, especially from writing and looking at what you just did. So I had that break, and then I was able to come back, and I had those 3 articles, because my dissertation was 3 articles, I had those 3 articles out the door by December, right? Because they needed some tweaking, they needed some revising, right? They needed a fresh set of eyes on them before they could go out the door. That gave me a head start. You're not necessarily going to have a head start. You might have to be rewriting it from scratch. So again, make that timeline, map out what you want to do, and just start doing it, right? Set your own deadlines, and you will find that even though you might have to adjust some of these deadlines because life happens, because revise and resubmits take, precedence, it's still going to work out, right? Just keep at it, and you are going to be able to take that dissertation, turn it into a set of articles, and make it happen. So if you like this video and you want to see more, click right here, and I'm going to see you over in the next one.